guys are all doing great. If not, as always, I hope it gets better. So today, as I promised the other day, I was going to give you guys an update of the pond systems, what's going on back here, what we're going to be doing, and just an update because you guys have been needing an update for quite some time. Let me flip you guys over. So this is the bottom part of the pond. Main reason because we got drainage that comes down into here, and it was just causing all kinds of problems with our house. Big reason why we got this house was there's about yay much dirt up over that drain. Nobody wanted this house because there's always water in the back, so we absolutely got this house for a crazy deal, half of what it's worth, because nobody wanted it and all it took was a shovel. But anyways, I wanted to make it look nice down here. I had a excavator out here digging stuff up. Ended up, we're gonna put a wall here. We've got a wall up there. I'll show you guys that in a second. But I had this all formed out, and then we had Aquascape come out here. That's a whole nother thing, which I'll have videos kind of showing of what I had going on and then kind of what they did. But the biggest thing that I've got going on right now, and you can see I still got a bunch of rock to work with. Still got my drains coming out from the gutters because we put robot legs on the house. But we are getting some cracking on the brick, which is a little concerning, but we're trying to get it all fixed. More rock, cats, of course, gotta have the cats. But what I need done is I wanted koi in here, and the biggest problem is I can't keep koi in here because of this. They had put a liner over this and thought that would end up working. Well, it flooded in here. I wasn't sure what all they did because I slept while they were doing the work, and there was no kind of French drain or anything like that. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to separate these systems. So I'm gonna have to take this out. I'm gonna turn this back into grass. This will be a separate pond. And I originally wanted a pond down here, and somehow he missed it on me saying it a couple times. But anyways, I'm gonna dig around here, put another pond here. That way I can have this dirt. We're kind of put like a French drain here. That way whenever this does overflow, if it ever does overflow, it can have some decent drainage to get through here. And then, yeah, that's gonna be a mission. So I just got the skimmer the other day for that, to dig all that out. I'm hoping I'm gonna have enough liner here, but it doesn't look like I'll have enough liner here to work with it. So I'm gonna really have to clean it up real nice to seam it together. Same with over there, we'll have to trim all that out. Then we'll build our wall and give you an idea of what the wall stuff will look like. I did most of this one. Oh, this is cool. You can see the cicadas everywhere doing their thing. But here's the wall I built last summer. We're gonna have a fire pit here. You got the stairs. And I did have this wall go all the way down. He busted half of that out over there. Kind of wanted it to trickle through. But what we'll end up doing is make this the koi pond up here. Then it'll go down onto down there. I do got a couple of fixes to do. It's kind of hard to see from up here, but that darker dirt, still getting a lot of water going over to my deck post. So I'm gonna have to fix that and put some dirt up or something. But I mean, I love this. I like how this looks. He did a great job on that. But he ended up burying my deck, which is a big no-no. You don't just bury wood like that, because that, if I wouldn't have caught that or even messed with that, that could have absolutely destroyed my deck. So I wasn't too happy about that. So I'm digging that out. I have to put some rocks down there or something. Eventually we want the pond to go all the way back onto the other side in the front of the house as well. A couple of my trees got buried. I gotta get rid of some of this dirt. And we gotta fix what he's got going on here. I'm not sure why he did it like this, but I guess what we'll do is put a waterfall up here, kind of dig that down and around, and make that look nice here eventually. So there's still a lot of work to do here. And the biggest thing, and I know I've talked to you guys a bit about what grinded my gears with this job, but I mean, a big shout out to Aquascapes for the material, helping me out with the wetland filter, everything like that, because it's absolutely awesome to have a wetland filter in here. Unfortunately, I still can't put fish in it because it's not what I wanted from Michiana Aquascapes, which is kind of a different contractor. They just kind of use their supplies. But he had used my decorative rock trying to throw it in that wetland filter. It was something else. I mean, I should have stuck with the project myself. I got super tired. I spent a month on that excavator, moving everything out, flattening this out, building that wall, digging everything out, molded. I had that whole bottom molded for the pond and everything, and same with all that dugout down there. But I got tired. It was towards the end of the season, and I should have really stuck with it, and it really grinded my gears this whole winter. It bugged me big time. But we're gonna move on past that. We're gonna get it all fixed. Sarah's got her vegetables and gardens and stuff growing here. Figured we could use those for trellises and whatnot to grow up. Looks like she's got beans there ready for it. So we'll have nice little vegetative walls and just spaces in between that you can get in there. Right, if you want a job done properly, you already know you gotta do it yourself. I should have known better. But I do got this blocked up here. I put some rocks here so I could block that up and maybe put some half beaks or something in here for the meantime to eat some bugs, because I'm about to unplug this pump. We'll probably work on it this week actually, and start separating the pond systems. That way this whole top part can be for koi and whatnot, and then the bottom will have a native fish pond down there. I do some aquaponics. I have been thinking about doing that. Now that puts me into the next spot of ponds and tubbing. Is here, some of you guys know about my heated outdoor ponds. These systems are pretty much done. You can see the sterilite with the sun and radiation over time. Like, this stuff's becoming brittle, getting soft, falling apart. You can see where it's cracking. Not a whole lot going on in here. These are pretty much empty. I do have danios in here, so I've been long fin danios, so I've been keeping it kind of clear. Hard to see with that sun though, as always, but you can kind of see them swimming there. And then this one ended up leaking on me right before the winter time, because I think one of the heaters got down into the dirt and settled itself over time and burnt a slow leak down on the bottom or something. I don't know why, but it's not holding water anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gut these out and I'm gonna put pond liners in here. So this will be a huge pond by the time I get done with it. May have to do some more support and figure something else on the sides, maybe put some plyboard, because all this is PVC. It's a PVC pipe frame. You see where I just drilled it together, and then I use housing insulation, the purple stuff, as a paneling, and then glued it in with the spray foam housing insulation. So that way I can keep heat and whatnot into it. Then I used plastic PVC sheeting over the front. But yeah, I'm gonna gut these out and turn those into pond systems. So that's when the aquaponics kind of plays in the role. We'll end up getting this greenhouse out off of this section. This ended up being a lot bigger than I wanted it to. I wanted this to be a lot skinnier. I don't know. I thought about maybe redoing this part because it's not quite deep enough either. But at the same time, this would be great for growing blackworms. Could you imagine all the blackworms I could harvest out of here? You can actually see a bunch of Daphne and all the dead decaying material. You see where they're eating up the biofilm and whatnot. And Maple Street Aquatics asked what kind of native fish. We'll be using native fish out of the Geist Reservoir because that's what's near us and what we'll have to use. But I don't know, I'll probably end up leaving that like that because that's a lot of work to try to fix that. But we'll make this flattened out over here. May cut this out and link it up to where there's trails for constant water flow to feed whether the ponds or the tubs or the vegetables or whatever. Haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with that, but we will have these tub systems and things like that. There may be in-ground and above-ground things. There's a few ways to do it. I haven't solidified which way I'm going to do it. But yeah, that'll definitely be all summer tubbing all the way back, which is quite a bit of space. I could fit at least, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably like at least 6 of those, if not more. So that'll add a ton of space for that. And I could always work my way up here, but we may just decorate that. But yeah, that's what's going on in the backyard pond here. It's getting there slowly but surely. Still a lot of work to do. I was working on my water change system last night, but it's still leaking on me. I don't know why my hose clamps aren't working properly with my irrigation lines. And it looks like I'm gonna have to glue everything now, which that's just gonna take forever. So I may put that on the back burner just so I can get out here and start messing with this, because I really want to get this done. And yeah, get this part dug out, add that pond in, and I can start working on this wall and really knock this out. And then this will be another flat space as well. So we'll have 3 tiered areas where it'll be flat, wall, flat, wall, flat. And then, yeah, so this will be the native pond. More than likely have bass in it, bluegill, minnows, whatever we can catch. If I can find some nano fish, cool nano fish, then let me just kind of keep it for them. And also up here, I'll have to build like a catchment for where the water comes in. But since we're going to be splitting this up into 2 different systems, this hose that's connected to this will pretty much cut halfway through here. So I'll have 2 pumps running. So I'll be able to take all that and hopefully I can connect it through, and then I'll add that pump and the filter coming back in here to make it look like this is always flowing. So I'll go up in the woods a little bit, because here, let me hop over. All right. So if you can see in the woods here how it goes up and in, it's just water drainage from the road and neighborhood and stuff. But we'll put the pump up there, that way it constantly looks like it comes in. I'd like to get some cattails or some long grass. Usually we have this long grass that comes and grows out here. That'll be good for over there. I should be able to dig that hose right into there, hide it. We've got some ducks that have been playing out here, which has been really cool. I tell you what, I really haven't done anything with this sump filter, and this skimmer, I tell you what, works really, really well. I've abused this thing and absolutely neglected it, but it's still kicking. Still got to bury the line too. There are lights on it as well, so at night it does light up. It's really cool. I like to have the door open and just listen to it. It's nice. I need to get it, once I get this cleaned up, I'll probably put a rock here, that way I can sit on it and ponder out. We'll end up taking those rails off there too, so you can sit on the deck and kind of kick your feet up above the pond and waterfall there. So still a lot to do out here. Still plenty to do. But 503 Aquatics, thank you so much again for the super chat. Throwing down the $3, fist bump back to you. But yeah, that pretty much does it. That's the update for the backyard here and what we got going on. And yeah, I'm gonna have to remove all that. All those rocks will come out. Kind of sucks though. I mean, I like it, but I really want that pond there, and I really gotta have koi. Like, it's not the same if I can't put koi in there. And I want floating breeder baskets and all this other stuff. I just can't do that if it's connected to the reservoir. So we gotta make this work. We gotta make this work one way or another. But I appreciate you all hanging out, checking this out, and hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll keep you guys updated. Until next time, everybody, peace. Have a great one. And yeah, like and subscribe. That would be great. Much appreciated. Do, 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 do.